Hello and welcome to that Bible guy. Living with purpose. Are we living with purpose or doing tasks? I had other videos in my mind to share today, but this one just steamrolled into my mind because I really feel like we need to look into this ourselves and ask ourselves that question: are we living with purpose or simply just doing tasks? I realized in the last week or so that I really felt this new sense of energy, this sense of clarity in my ministry work. I'm obviously employed as a full time minister. And I felt a sense of energy and zeal and just a newfound enthusiasm almost, and this sense of purpose. And it was only in this week when I thought about it that I realized, why is this? Why has it been like this week? And I thought, well, you know why it's been like this? Because you haven't actually been living with by your purpose lately, but all you've actually been doing is doing tasks. When I don't have a clarity or a sense of what am I called to do each day, in other words, you have a dominant thing that dictates what you're doing. There's something that fills your mind. There's a task that you're trying to complete that you're excited about, that you feel God's called you to complete. If that's not dominating, well, then you've just got a checklist. Every day I write in my diary a list of the things I have to do. And I obligingly and hardworkingly and admirably, you could say, but for many of us, we're ticking them off. We're getting them done. I'm making sure I do my tasks. But that's all you maybe feel like you're doing. You're actually just running from one thing to the next. There's nothing intentional about what you're doing necessarily. You're just dealing with whatever comes in. I really believe the outcome of that is what's happened to me recently, and I only realized it because it's changed, is you end up feeling a bit deflated. You feel like you're not really making a difference. You don't feel as excited. You're just doing tasks. So I asked that question today because I realized myself that it's so important that I'm living with purpose and not just completing tasks. There's a huge difference. I think for me, I realized that for me in the ministry, and it may be different things for each of our ministries, whether you're employed full time or you're not, my purpose. And how do you find your purpose? Well, for me, my purpose, if I could define it loosely, and I want to just say to begin with, on a large disclaimer here, just to say that our purpose, broadly speaking, is to love God with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength. And that's our primary purpose. This is our purpose I'm talking about within that daily job realm that you have, or your daily tasks. That's not the right word I wanted to use there, but your time during the week, your time during the day. You get your time with God in the morning. It's the time after that then. It's the how you live your day. What is your purpose as to how you live your day? Well, for me, I realized the thing that I'd let go of, and this might be a sign for a lot of us, was the very thing that got me to where I am now, which was intentional reading and learning. For me, it's often the world of apologetics where I take questions and even positive opportunities to share about the gospel, or I defend the gospel, and I'm reading and I'm learning all the time. What happens to me when I'm reading and learning all the time is I'm very practical, so I'm always trying to then dispense that to people around me, talk to people on the streets, and I found myself this week just looking for every opportunity to do that. Intentional reading and learning results in all this other activity for me. But if I'm not doing that, which I haven't been as much, I kind of lose my purpose a bit, and I end up just getting on this merry-go-round of just completing tasks. If we find ourselves there, well, I really encourage us to find again your purpose. And it often can be found by the tasks and the things that you do. I use the word tasks there, but it's obviously, we're talking about purpose here, not tasks, but it's the things you do that you enjoy the most. It's the things that you do, whether people notice or not, whether you get paid for them or not. The things that you would do almost as homework without it feeling like homework. Those things that you love. For me, it was digging in and learning about the scriptures and apologetics and evidences for God and how to defend the Bible against attack and all this kind of stuff. The Proverbs 20 verse 5 tells us the purpose in a man's mind is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. The purposes are within our minds and our hearts. We can lay hold of them, but it does sometimes take us to sit down and try and understand, am I living by that purpose right now? Am I actually going after this, or am I just trying to complete tasks? There will be obvious signs for all of us if that's the way it's turned out for us, where we will just be doing a tick box exercise, just getting things done without that sense of excitement. I really do feel a renewed sense of excitement because I feel that idea that God has reminded me again that I have a specific purpose. There's an appetite. I really genuinely believe that for all of us, that purpose It's like, what does God keep driving you to do? Like Paul, you read about it in the Gospels with Paul, about how in the book of Acts, how much he was always being stirred by the Holy Spirit to go and accomplish certain things. It was that purpose that kept driving him to reach out. And I really feel that more myself. It's that renewed sense of purpose. So are we living by purpose or just simply completing tasks? It's really important that we find our purpose and live for that. So hope this has helped us today. If it has, please hit the like button. Please share this on for other people. Subscribe if you haven't already to That Bible Guy, and let's get his word out there.